Hey, grace and peace, everyone. This is Charles here with another Midweek Recharge. And this week, I want to talk about public restoration. There's a story in Scripture I think you may be familiar with. You may have heard it. There was a woman who had a bleeding condition where her body was discharging blood pretty regularly for more than a decade. And when we look at the story and assemble the story, all of the details from the three accounts, the three perspectives of the story, Matthew writes about this woman's encounter with Jesus, Mark and Luke do as well. And we kind of piece all the details together. We know that this woman spent a lot of money seeking the aid of physicians, and they only made things worse. We know that she really had very few options left. We know that she had been living with this condition for a very long time, and we know that she knew enough about Jesus that she determined in her mind, if I just touch him, I'll be healed. If I just touch a piece of his clothes, I'll be healed. Now, what's interesting is when you piece the story together, both Matthew's account and Mark's account, the interaction, even though it's in a crowd, it's in kind of a public, it's in a very public setting. Jesus is making his way through a crowd, which is why she was able to almost incognito, right? This woman who's according to Jewish law, unclean and should not be in any public setting, is able to kind of blend in order to actually reach and touch Jesus's clothes. With Matthew and Mark, it's almost, even in this public setting, it's a personal encounter. Luke involves the community. Luke's account shows Jesus almost stop the procession, stop the movement to make note of the fact that someone touched him. And he sees the woman, and they have this exchange. And in a public setting, Jesus restores her. He says that your faith has made you well, you're healed, and you no longer have to live on the outside. And so my challenge to you this week is to accept the healing and the place of restoration where you've been put. Some of us are living with the after effect of a condition that isn't true for us anymore because we've become so used to living on the outside. But God has said, no, you're healed, you're restored. Welcome back. You don't have to live on the outside. Your faith has made you well, and Jesus has restored you to your rightful place. Let that be your recharge.